Hello everybody. I'm going to do a review today and sort of a little demonstration of a new soap I got. It's an inexpensive soap. I got it off of Amazon whenever I was ordering a few other things. And it's Lightfoot's Pure Pine Shave Cream Soap. Now the little tag on it here also says it is Lightfoot's Classic Pine British London Cream Shaving Soap. Big old long name. And on the back it says, a proper British shave is a must for every discerning gentleman. Lightfoot's aromatic pine freshness is the perfect tonic for a clean, crisp shave. Well, it's definitely got a nice aroma. It smells very, very piney. It's not overpowering piney, but very good. And when I first got this, I asked around on the boards, has anybody ever tried this? And I got several responses of yeah, and it's a very, very bubbly soap. Didn't get a very good lather from it. From a couple of people that I highly respect in their abilities to whip up a good lather. So I thought, okay, I'm going to accept the challenge. Well, I've been playing around with it. And haven't been able to do a shave because I got a scratch right there from a stray rock from a weed eater. So I've got 3 days growth going on here, and had some time to play around with the soap and just using my basic techniques. And tell you my basic techniques of lathering a soap. Not so much a cream, but a soap. Particularly maybe one that's maybe a little bit harder, and this is a little bit harder bar soap. And in the introduction, I got a picture of it. I don't have a picture. I can't show you the puck because I've already been using it. So what I basically do is just soak the puck. Soften up that soap a little bit. Very, very hot water. As hot as I could get it. And the tap water out of my tap here is very hot. I've had it soaking in my cup. Now, I don't know what you other guys have been doing with this soap when you've gotten it. It's not a very good bowl lathering soap. It's what I would call a classic old-fashioned mug soap. That's why I put it in a mug. I've had water over top of it, and I poured pretty much all the water off. In that shipment that I got from Amazon, I also got a couple of Shave Factory brushes. This is the small one. They're Boar brushes. This is what they call the medium, and I would call this a big and this a medium because this is a pretty good size. I've cleaned them up dry. I've gotten the smell out of them. Wet, still smell sticky boar, but shake out the water and you just start working on the puck. Start off and you're going to get bubbles. But like any mug soap, and it's different than the soaps that we've got now, the soft soaps and even some of the artisans that are harder, we can load our brushes and then go right to the face without much delay. A classic mug soap, the way I understand it, is it needs some work in that mug. Now, after just a few seconds, that's a lather that's got some bubbles. But after, if you would take that directly to your face right then, yeah, it would collapse. It would have a lot of bubbles. The pine aroma is real nice. It smells sort of like pine sol, but much milder, not pungent. It just smells like a nice Christmassy pine aroma. Now, you work that in the mug. I haven't added any more water than what was on the brush and what was the remainder on the puck. You work it, you push it down. I've prepared my face, I've washed my face already. And it's kind of leather I've got in there. It's not bad. It's got some bubbles in it. It does have some bubbles. It's not the perfect type of lather that we're used to from the artisan soaps that just lather fantastically when you hardly have to breathe on them to get them to lather that well. Yeah. The more you work it, the better, a little bit thicker it gets. I'll wet my face. And putting it on like this from the mug, brushing and not working it a whole lot. It's not bad. It's not fantastic. It's not up to the level of, like I say, what we're used to with the modern artisan soaps. But in the overall concept of what mug soaps used to be, like your classic Williams, Mitchell Wolf Fat was another one, and those are two soaps that traditionally people have a little more problems lathering. Yeah, it's pretty thick. It's not super fluffy, but I don't think it's designed to be super fluffy. I've got a Creme Diamant blade with like maybe 2 shaves on it, maybe 1, and my Matador Toro Mastiff Cordeaux. Now it's starting to dissipate and die down a little bit. I'm interested to see what the end result is because I haven't shaved with this soap yet. I've test lathered it a bunch. I played around with it. And if you want a lather that more closely resembles the types of lather that we're used to, just add some Kiss My Face to it. Just put some of that on top of the puck before you start whipping it up, and it stabilizes it quite a bit. Makes it thicker. Now, the first thing I can feel, and it was the one thing I could feel in my test lathers, this is a very slick soap. It's one of the slickest soaps that I can remember using. I can't think of another one. Now, in the time that it's set there, it's dried out a little bit, it's collapsed a little bit. So, you have to add a little bit of water. Put a little bit of water back in that lather and work it again for your second pass. Yes, it takes a little bit more work. But you want to go back and experience what our grandfathers experienced? This is the kinds of soap that they used. They didn't have the artisan soaps that you sneeze on and it creates a fantastic lather. They had mug soap. So you have to enliven this soap again with a little bit of water and work it a little bit more. Now I used a couple of different badger brushes, and they do all right. I used the Plisson, and quite frankly, of all the brushes that I attempted to use with this in test lathering, the Plisson did worse. And I think it's by the fact of the amount of water that this soap is, because I think this soap has a fairly narrow water tolerance. You need to have some, but not too much. And I think the Plisson synthetic maybe just didn't get enough water into it. And I tried adding water, and what happened real fast is compensating for what kind of water that a badger or a boar brush would hold. By compensating that by just adding water to it, very quickly shot over that threshold of what this soap really wants. Now, because the second pass was a little bit quicker, I'm not going to have to add any more water to it. This is a refreshing soap. It's not menthol, but I get that same similar sensation I get when I use a lather that's got menthol in it. It's invigorating. It's refreshing. The scent is mild. It's very pleasant. I don't know if you can hear my dog coughing back there. It's interesting, since Rhonda passed and I do my shaves, I have a whole new audience back here. Whereas before, this is Zeus. He's a long-haired Chihuahua. He normally would have been right there with Rhonda, right at her side. But now, he and several others come in and watch me shave. Since Braxton's gone, I guess they replaced my shave buddy status. Right after the face feel, since I've scraped off all the leather, it doesn't feel real slick, but you add a little bit of water to rinse off, and that slickness just jumps out at you. So much so that when you rinse, it stays even after you rinse to a certain extent. Yep. It's a slickness, it's a moisturizing feel. It allows for a very, very nice shave. So, in the overall scope of things, it's an old-fashioned soap. In my estimate, it's pretty good old-fashioned soap. I like to pair it with La Toja. Because I think La Toja has got a little bit of piney fur type scent. That's my real. Oh, the Shave Factory brush. I think these are rebranded Jaguar. I think Best Shave has something similar to this. It's not a bad brush. Some people had commented whenever I posted that I'd gotten these, and they said they never could get the stink out. It's not that bad, and I think over time it'll lessen. It's a fairly decent brush for a less than $10 brush. I think this small one I got for like maybe $8 or $9, and the bigger one was like 9 or 10, something like that. So, but I recommend you get this soap. Yeah, it's a nice soap. It's inexpensive, and it's got a real nice pine scent, and like I say, it's super slick. Not real fluffy and thick lather, but because this thing makes such a slick lather, I don't think you need fluffy. I don't think you need a whole lot of fluffy, cushy lather. I think the slickness compensates for it, and the aroma, pretty nice. So, you guys out there that tried it, dial in that water amount. Start fairly dry. Maybe add a little bit as you go along, and then put it on fairly thick, and then don't add any more water unless you absolutely have to once you get it on your face, and don't bull lather. So until next time. Oh, I probably won't be putting up a video this next week. I'm going to Illinois for vacation for the 4th of July. I might record a shave video while I'm there. Maybe not. Who knows? But for all you guys in the United States, have a happy 4th of July. And we'll talk with you later. Good shaves. Be happy. Be safe. Bye-bye.